Kids and cadets, welcome back to Tommy Time. I really appreciate you coming out, checking out my channel. I'm busy as a beaver trying to dam up the Mississippi River. How's that for busyness? I'm busy buying, not so much selling. A couple people want to bring out mowers for repairs. But as far as selling, that's totally dead. We've had some nice weather, nice weather's on the forecast. Grass is pretty much, I wouldn't say dormant, but it's slow growing. Rain has stopped. Our summer rains have tapered off. It's been dry. I've had to water my own shrubs with city water. So my elderly scrapper, I think he's about 80 or 81 right now, called me last week on this blower, and I told him to drop it off. Reason being is he used to be 5 minutes away from me and I would just go to him. Now he's moved to the south end of town and it's quite a trek to his location. So the last time I met him, I gave him a stick map where I lived. It's on the way home from the scrap yard he uses, so he'd be swinging by me anyway. He says, dump your junk and bring me what you want to sell, and I'll pay you. So I didn't hear from him on this. Then he called again and said, hey, I've got 2 mowers. So he didn't bring them by. I had to go to him, which was a pain in the ass. So it was after dark and it was raining, so I really don't know what I have here. We got a Craftsman, which I unloaded from his junk trailer and put it on mine. That kind of rolled, and I saw him struggling with the Husqvarna. Is this all-wheel drive? Yeah. He was trying to get this thing to roll, and I don't know what the issue was. So we got to look at both of these turds. And this expanded Ryobi from last week. I guess he saved it for me. He had 3 bikes, beach bikes. I've got a couple of bikes for sale now, and it's totally dead. Nobody wants the bikes. I says, I'm not going to take them because if I can't sell them, I'm just wasting my time. So those are probably at the scrap yard today. So all-wheel drive Husky, the Lima Charlie 22 1 Alpha. We've worked on these before, big gas cap. It's the 675 Briggsy 173cc with the bag, but I'm noticing the bag's a Troy built, but it seems to be working. No, it's not working, but I'll use this on a real Troy belt. The bag for this should notch right there. So this thing is just hanging on here. So this doesn't go. So let's kind of check this thing out. I'm looking down the tank. I can see the bottom of the tank. I've got to figure out why it's here. Pull cord's down here, but the zippy zap is up there. Okay, pretty clean. I'll reuse this one again. Original. So what year is this turd? That they probably used the original filter. 2017. Conforms to California emissions, and then the first 2 digits of the serial number 17 indicate it's a 2017 21-inch all-wheel drive. I'll put all this jazz down below. So what's the issue here? Tread looks good. Like I said, all-wheel drive, rear wheels look fine. We overfilled because of the oily filter here. And no, we're right at the top hole. So since it has fuel in it, I'm going to jump up on the trailer. I've got probably a 1 ton or less jack stand. So if I get up there, this thing doesn't pop a wheelie. I don't have it hooked up to my truck. So let me just get up and see what it's doing. I have my 2+2 nearby if we have to goose it. Not a bad looking machine. I don't see any rust through. Okay, I see why you was struggling with this thing. The adjuster for this is kind of low. This one's really low, and it's dragging the trailer. I couldn't even get a wet paper towel under there, but I can get an oak leaf under there. So that's why this thing was a bear for him. I don't know why they have it so low. It appears every adjustment's on a different tab. You can see the difference here. So let me just try to modify that, and then we'll start attempting to start it. I just want to get it up a little bit. Let me peek down here. Blades looks good. Let me pull the pulleys. That one's turning. There's 3. Okay, that one's locked up, and that one's locked up. So 2 out of 3 of the pulleys are locked. Blade doesn't have any wear on the lift, but the front of it's a butter knife. Okay, we're dripping oil. Is it coming down from the overhead valve? No, it's coming from somewhere else, like back towards the head gasket. So let me move this adjuster. I'll match it up, kinda, here. That at least brings it off the deck, because my plywood isn't the best here. I treated this plywood and stained it and treated it, and it still wore out. Oh, this back adjuster's rock solid. Okay, got it up a little bit. So I'm going to go for it. Okay, we have cable action on the safety. We do. No action whatsoever on the drive cable. We may have an issue, excuse me, down here with the spring. I'm not getting anything. Let me just pull the cord up to the Hujima-dingy. I did feel some compression there. So maybe this is why it was shit can, no drive propulsion, and this thing would have been a bear to push the way they had it so low to the ground. They were just plowing grass, not cutting. Okay, here we go. Just going to see what it'll do on its own. Okay, we got some sort of puff, and it puffed back through the intake. So let's just keep going. See if we get a reaction for our action. Okay, a couple of things are issues. Sounded kind of loud. What's the muffler look like? Seems to be making a good contact. No movement here. So the deal was, luckily it's on my trailer and the front end is up here. When I started, it was already pulling in gear, so something's not right. It was already engaging and pulling down, and I don't see any adjustments up here, so the adjustment's got to be down here with the spring. Maybe some lubrication, but it did start. I'm just gonna do a little experiment here. I'm gonna take the dirty filter and see if it starts, or are we snuffing it out with that oily filter? Sounds about the same, and it's pulling forward as it did before. So this is going to take a little more work, but it started. Let's kind of look at the Ryobi 2-cycle weed whip, expand it, just because it's right here on the side. Okay, I kicked you in the ankle. I didn't mean to. Looks like a clean machine. What year do we have here? 25cc. Primer bulb looks good and not damaged. Has it been replaced? What year is it first? Date of manufacture, 6 month, 4th day of 21. So not a very old machine. It's got a serial number, manufacturer's number. So why was this put out? I'll bring you down close. Okay, it's bone dry. Heck, we may even try this thing out. Okay, I don't know if this was from him dropping a mower on it, but a big, huge crack here, which doesn't amount to anything. And it's got the filters that I hate. Oh, I see. Okay, so there's more issues here. I don't know if my scrapper did this but cracked here. It's like something pushed down on it. Cracked that. The choke is not going to choke because this is all bent to shit. Lines are fine and soft. Bulb is good. Bone dry. Calling it 50 to 1 here. I have a little mix. Let's just give it a shot. Maybe put a couple drops here. Some gas in the tank. It's got a momentary switch, safety for the trigger. Just feels like it's pulling hard. Okay, so that's an issue. I'm pulling this whole thing. Why isn't the throttle moving? Is it stuck? Sheriff's helicopters. circling as there's some activity. He's just doing donuts in the sky. Do we have a runner and gunner? In tight circles. Somebody's misbehaving. Okay, I'm just trying to move the throttle. Okay, there we go. There we undid it. Maybe you jammed the throttle when it was dropped or something fell on it, but now I'm getting action. It kind of got wonky. Let me get some. I think I got 40 to 1. I'm going to put it in here and see if we can start it. Usually I don't mess with trying to start the 2 cycles. But since there's a culprit on the run, I'm going to grab my little mix here. Okay, we got it. So I'm going to be busy here the next couple days. I don't know if I'm going to have some videos for you, but I'll try. My daughter's going to take the Troy built, the 2018 that I had such good luck with. That she says, yeah, that she wants to start doing her own yard. So I was asking her about the service she has, and a co-worker told her about the service, and the service has a friend that lives near my daughter, so it was kind of like 2 for 1, because the lawn service is on the north part of the city, and he just goes to do the friend's house and agreed to do my daughter's. So he's still going to be doing the friend's yard. So I'm sure he'll be sad not having 2 for 1, but I'm going to bring her the 132cc Silver Deck Craftsman with a Zhang Chen on it to do the edging around the trees, and then the 42-inch Troy built with the 17.5 engine, the Power No More. It looked like she had the electric or battery powered works, WORX. I saw that in the shed. She had a weed whip and an edger, battery powered, a little blower. That'll probably get her by for the edging and stuff, because as you guys know, this 2-cycle crap is a pain in the ass, even for me. And when it sits around for the average homeowner, it's tough to keep it going. So the battery powered for that is great, but for the grass cutting, you got to go with gas still. I get so many people with battery crap that say they're tired of it and they want a gasser. Okay, so I can't really choke this. I could a little bit. I kind of pulled out this plate. Let's see what it'll do. Momentary switch always goes to ignite. Okay, I'm leaking gas through the cap. Tighten that up. Prime it some more. The cap said 10 times, and I didn't follow instructions. Yeah, like I said, all the rubber here is in good condition. So you got one of these torch plugs. Yep. I'm not going to spend much time on this. Should be plenty of gas. And it looks like it's priming. I got my return. It's going in and out. So what I'll do is just take a cap full of my mix. This is just from my 2-cycle blower deals. They give you this little mix tank. I bought a couple extra for my own use. There's markings on the side. You can fill as much oil to make it 25 to 1, 40 to 1, 50 to 1. So that was a heck of a lot of gas I just poured down there. I won't choke it. I won't throttle it. Oh, kicked off. Kicked off again. Full throttle it if it tries to start. Okay, it's idling. It's just a little boggy and it's stalled out, but at least it started. Needs carb adjustment. Boggy and wouldn't idle. I think I even have these kits in stock where you get the backing plate, the cover, and a filter. Reason being is a lot of time on these crappy deals, the choke tab breaks off, especially on the Echoes. So I think I could even adapt an Echo setup here, because this is broken, and like I said, it's somebody dropped a water heater on it. Let's move over to this Crafty High Tunnel. Somebody's put a side chute on it. They've bolted it. This is how it came. Somebody tried to do something. I was looking at it. I said, is this a auto choke or a primer? And it's a primer. You don't have your air vane. And the cover says prime 3 times. So what's the deal here? Drier than a bone. 625. We'll look at all the numbers. Nice looking high tunnel. Little overfilled, but not bad. What else? Oldie but goodie. Good tread here on the self-propelled drive wheels. Like I said, this is missing. I'm missing my backing plate, so I got to go to a junk engine backing plate and filter. We can still try to start this by goosing it. Beauty ring looks excellent. Stickers are bright. Okay, I can come down here once I put you guys back. We got a little imperfection there, but no sweat. I'll sand that OSFO and paint to match. Oh, look, there's some hardware here. Okay, that's the one screw I need. Oh, and the screw for the beauty are right there. I'm just missing one screw. Now, when I loaded this, I kind of saw this. I don't think the other piece was here. I probably should have put that up in the cab, but it didn't go anywhere. I wasn't speeding. So the Craftsman model's calling it an 07, 6-month, 28-day 07. Typical high tunnel design on this oldie but goodie. Let me check out the engine and see what they're calling that. You got to get spectacles. I do have spectacles. Okay. 6-month, 11th day of 07. 6/11, and then over here we've got 6/28, so not much of a time difference. 6/11 on the engine, 6-month, 11th day, 6-month, 28-day on the body. So it didn't sit around the warehouse very long. Okay, it's got one of those E3 plugs. Yep. So no gas. How are we on oil? We checked the oil just slightly overfilled, so we could probably try this thing. Okay, we got another wonky setup here. We have tab there, tab down there. How are we over here? First tab and second tab, so it's all over the place. Let me kind of look through the grass door and see if I could see the blade. Oh, it's got the plug in it, making it a side discharger. Well, that's good. Usually those things get shit canned. Okay, there's some wear. Not the best, but not the worst. I think I got more hardware. Yeah, I know what I got. I got everything. I just need the plastics. So I got the 2 for the beauty ring. These 3 go to the backing plate. This single one goes to the little plastic piece that screws down here. How do the cables look? Okay, really, really stiff on the safety, and traction is non-existent. And this thing was outside. A, all the leaves. B, I can see the rust forming on the drive cable. Got some rust, Safety's very stiff. I'm getting nothing. So what I can do is come down here and try to manipulate the linkage by hand. Goose it directly with 2+2, so let's do that. Okay. Wow, I just pulled the linkage. It's so rusty it stayed in the open position. So I'm going to take advantage of that, grab my 2+2 and just goose it and go. Goosey go. No harm, no foul, just direct inject here. How's my governor slash throttle linkage? That's free and clear. Okay, perfect. Let me get up on the trailer. I smell that carb clean. 1, 1, 2, buckle my shoe. 3, 4, this thing's a bore. No, that was good. Second pull, it fired off. I don't know what they were trying to do here by messing with it. Maybe they thought they could fix it and gave up. Sounds like it may need a carb clean. But yet we got a bone dry tank, so maybe it would start with gas. Let me pull on it one more time. Start and stall. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to grab a socket and try to drop that bowl and just get an idea what we're looking at. It's not going to deter me. I'm just going to clean it up anyhow, because I don't know the history of this thing. My tools are in a mess, or they are a mess. Okay, I got it. I got a 13 millimeter, which will work. I was looking for a half. So I mentioned bringing the mower to Lakeland. I'm also going to be mountain biking with my son Greg and my friend Matt from Manatee County, who's the vintage two-cycle motorcycle guru of Holmes Beach, Samoset, Oneko, Myakka City. So my son, like I said, I helped him put that bike he just got mountain bike together, and Matt's got one for me to use, so I might take some time off. I figured, what the heck, I worked hard all summer catering to people's mower needs. I'm supposed to be retired, so we're dripping here. Oh, that's varnish. Oh, that stinks. That's bad. That's 2-year-old gas. Let me try to catch some of this. So that's probably what it is. Let's look at the nut. That'll be an indicator. Yeah, a lot of build up here on the jet. Tap the bowl. Tappy tap. Finally broke loose. It'll need a new bowl gasket. Oh. Oh. Oh, that's muddy water. That's the Nile. Yeah, and it stinks. Crazy stink. Some debris. Varnish and stinky. Varnish on the bottom, not bad. I'll ultrasonic clean this thing, and I'm sure it'll be fine. Clean it up. But really, really rough fuel. So apparently somebody thought, oh, I'll try to fix it. They looked at it, threw everything in the trash because they didn't want to get a rash. Let me pull the pin on the float, drop the needle. Okay, pin's coming out kind of hard, but we got it out. not too bad on the float, so this will clean up. Maybe another blade, carb clean. I'm sure I have a backing plate. I'll redo the bulb, put a new bulb on the backing plate, put this thing back together, and it should be a runner and gunner. So yeah, I would say 2 good deals. I never told you what I paid. I paid 20 for the Husky is what my figuring was. 10 for this. It was missing parts, but still in good shape. So I was up to 30, and then I said I'd give him 5 for the Ryobi. So this was a $35 haul. And I don't think I'm going to fall. Yeah, this will be a easy cleanup, easy peasy. I may drop the carb right now and chuck it in the ultrasonic. Okay, let me know what you think. $35 haul. Craftsman high tunnel 625 and an all-wheel drive Husqvarna with a 675 EXI with a bag that doesn't fit. Okay, you guys have a nice day. Like I said, if I skip a couple of days, please forgive me. Might take a little break. Mountain biking and hauling Troy-built lawnmower to Lakeland. Okay, you guys have a nice day. You go out to eat, please tip your waitress and wait staff. They do an awesome job. Adios, amigos.